Nobody will give you $1 million because they can know you have a fucked up money relationship. I'm quite sure you live 10 years longer if you focus on a happy and healthier life. I can't grow my company if I don't grow myself. Tell me how it's working for you. I can tell you how it is for me to be on this planet. Welcome to my channel, welcome to my podcast. You wonder maybe who I am, the same I do with who you are, or what is maybe your story. It's not really, my podcast is not really who I am and what is my story. It's more like I haven't found a podcast or a source of inspiration, like I love to call it, where it combines business and spirituality. Because I, out of my experience, have learned that those two things really go along quite well with each other. The most amazing entrepreneurs I could meet and work with in the past, they also had a much higher consciousness or self-awareness. They cared about others, they knew the power of love. And I had really the privilege. So far, I had 42 amazing years on this planet. With, in retrospect, even 1 year ago, I could not believe how much even nicer my life will be today. So it's a great privilege, and I want to inspire others, my audience, to really jump on a journey like this, or to get a life, an extraordinary life, and to get extraordinary life experiences. To have a more fulfilled, more happier life, more life at flow, more life at ease. And also that you always remember to enjoy the journey and to reconnect who you are, why you do what you do, what is your gift, how you share it with others. So it will be a podcast filled with content around personal transformation, healing journeys, growth for business, for example, and also how I always say it's a manual how life is working, because tell me how it's working for you. I can tell you how it is for me to be on this planet. That is what this podcast is about. And the name why I have chosen Unfiltered Humankind, because it has 3 elements. It has the unfiltered, because people are sick and tired of unreal stuff. It needs to be authentic, so we want to be very authentic from the start to the beginning. We want to share stories about humans. We are at the end all collective organism of humans. I really love from the bottom of my heart to understand human experiences, how it is for different humans to be on this planet. And then kind, we want to be kind. I like the mantra, be kind to every kind. So we have deliberately chosen the word kind. Why I want to build this podcast, or why I'm doing this, is really I haven't found it myself. So with a lot of my doing, or in business, a lot of things I couldn't find solutions, I started to do myself. The same is with this podcast. And yet I feel also the need of the audience, or the help of the audience is requested from my side, to get amazing stories, amazing speakers, to really know what is the interest of you in those 2 fields, business and spirituality. The content is primarily, I love the topic of growth, personal growth, business growth, because it's very much related. I can't grow my company if I don't grow myself or who I am. So that's why maybe I was also longing for a podcast where spirituality and business is combined, which I believe is not yet existing. It's either business or it's either spirituality. And in both cases, it's sometimes really a show. It's really for clickbait. In my opinion, it's not authentic enough. That's why I want to do it. The currency of today is authenticity. So if you pitch in front of investors and you're not authentic, you're gone, even with the best business case. Without your money relationship, you're gone as well, because nobody will give you $1 million because they can know you have a fucked up money relationship. I'm deeply convinced people would be much more efficient, faster, successful if they let go of the desire to be fast and to be successful. And that's something they learn on this channel. How you call it, surrender to your intuition, allow more magic in your life as a founder, but it's no need to be only for founders. Anybody who's interested in personal development or transformation does benefit from the content. A lot of people have lost control of their life. They think they have a lot of control because we have all the tech tools, all the smartphones, and yet they have zero control of their lives / thoughts. For example, how they're manipulated by society, by media, by fears, false expectation appear real. So this is stuff you're going to learn on this channel, how to take control in all of your life and all of your doing and being, primarily in the being, of course. And of course, it will change your doing in business. I can guarantee your success will go through the roof if you're not chasing success. Most people I have met who deeply inspired me, they were not chasing success. They were not chasing the 7-figure entrepreneurs or whatever outside metrics. They had a deep longing or they saw a deep problem and they solved it. The only person you can ask about health is yourself, so you have to self-educate, you have to take control, you use a bit of technology, AI for example, and forget about this longevity bullshit, because a lot of people who are in the longevity space, they have a very miserable life. They're mentally fucked, they're burnout, they're fearful of death. So longevity should come out of an anti-longevity motivation. You wanna have a happier life and a fulfilled life primarily, and it will result in a 10 years longer life expectancy. I'm quite sure you live 10 years longer if you focus on a happy and healthier life or fulfilled life. How to navigate through life. If the world turns mad, upside down, how to not get into negative emotions, how not to fear the nuclear Armageddon, how not to be so much in a world of separation. I always say the audience will know how to sit on this granny chair, you know, those chairs who go back and forth, and the world is spinning around and you give a fuck about if tomorrow would be the start of World War III. Because again, it doesn't affect you if you change your mindset, if you change your perspective. If you lack of curiosity, if you're too fearful of maybe the unfiltered or unconventional, if you're too comfortable with mainstream media and all this, and immediately if somebody is saying something against mainstream media, you label that as conspiracy, then I would not recommend you to watch the show, because it will really destroy your image maybe of too many things about life, about the institution, about your own reality. Also, I would not recommend if you're so comfortable with the illusion. I believe many people live in an illusion. If you're too comfortable with that illusion, don't watch this podcast. Stay in that illusion, consume cheap entertainment, consume cheap sugar, and stay asleep. I mean, it's a choice. I can't help, and I don't have the need to help everybody.